at it very well. It has to do with variation. Now let's call out the question. Let me hear. That means we are having P varies proportional as
Q squared over R.
Q squared over what?
R.
Over R. Now I want to ask a very simple question. When we have more than two quantities, listen attentively. When we have more than two quantities in variation, that kind of variation is what we call joint variation. Am I communicating? When we have more than how many quantities? Two quantities. So that kind of variation is what we call what? Joint variation. But a situation whereby we are having just two quantities. So it's either you are having a direct variation or what? Inverse variation. Are you following up what I am doing? Now we always have what is called constants, because we are going to convert this proportionality sign to a constant value. So that constant value is always in K form like this. So it's either you use K or you use what? C. That is, if you don't want to use your constant to be K, your constant can as well be what? C. So what kind of variation did I call this? Joint variation. Good. So we call it a joint variation. Can you see what I have done? Now in this joint variation now, if you want to bring out your formula, that means we are going to have this P, our P, which is this one, equal to this symbol now. We change to either this one or this one. So I want to make use of K as my constant. That means I am going to have my P equal to, this will now be K, that is, this one has become this now. You will multiply the K by this Q squared that is here. Am I communicating? Yes. So that will now be K Q squared over what? Over R. So this is what we are having as the what? Formula. So it is this formula we are going to use to solve for the questions we are having there. Now what is the first question? Read it, let me hear.
When P is equal to 36.
Okay, now wait. So we have when P equal to what? 36. Okay.
Q equal to 3.
Q equal to what?
3.
Okay.
And R equal to 4.
And R equal to what?
4.
4. Okay, from the first statement, this is what we are having. Now, what we need to do here right now is to substitute our P equal to 36, our Q equal to 3, and our R equal to 4 into the formula we are having. Now, if we do that, that means we are going to have this P, this one, to be what? 36. Look at it here. So that is 36 equal to, do we know the constant value? No, it is unknown. We don't know it. Am I communicating? That will now be K multiplied by your Q. What is your Q value? 3. And the Q is having a power of what? 2. That will now be 3 squared. This one. Can you see it? Then over R. What is R? 4. Over 4. Can you see what I have done? Good. Now what do we do next? You have to find the square of 3. The square of 3 will give us 9. That is 3 times 3, that is 9. You multiply the 9 by what? K. When you multiply 9 by K, what will you get? 9K. Now look at the board. Then you cross multiply this. Can you see that now? Then that means we are going to have our 9K. The 9K is coming from this place. Look at it. Then multiply 36 by 4. That will now be 36 times 4. So that means we have cross multiply in order to execute this, right? What do we do next? Multiply 36 by 4. What will you get? Good. That means our 9K is equal to 100 and what? 44. That is 36 times 4. Now, what is the coefficient of k here?
9.
That is 9. Now, in order to get k, that means we have to divide both sides by what? 9. That means our k will now be equal to 144 over what? Over 9. Is that all for the question? So what is 144 over 9? What do you have?
16.
That means our k is equal to 16. What is the next question?
Calculate Q
Now we are to calculate q, okay?
when P is equal to 200
When p is equal to 200
and R is equal to 2.
and r is equal to 2. Is that the question? So we are calculating for q when p equal to 200 and r equal to 2. That means we have to recall back to the what? Formula. And what is the formula? P equal to, which is this? P equal to k q squared over what?
R.
Over r. Are you with me? So what do we do next? Now, do we know p?
Yes.
What is our p?
200.
So we have to substitute into the formula. That means our p will be 200 equal to k. Do we know k?
Yes.
Our k is 16. That means we are going to have 16 multiply. Do we know the value of q?
No.
And do not forget that your q is having a power of what? 2. That will now be 16 times q squared over what? R. What is r?
2.
That is 2. R is 2. So we substitute. Now what do we do next? We cross multiply. What is 16 multiplied by q squared?
16.
That is 16q squared. That means we are multiplying this by this. So that will give us 16q squared. Now equal to, you multiply your 2 by 200 by cross multiplying. That will be 400. That is this multiplied by 2. 2 times 200 will give 400. Now, in order to make q squared the subject, what do we do next? So we divide both sides. We divide both sides by what? By 16, right? That means our q squared, this one, is equal to 400 over what?
16.
Over 16. Now what is 400 divided by 16? 25. That means our q squared is equal to 25. So how will you get q? Since your q is having a power of 2, what do you do?
Square.
You take square root of what? Both sides. That means your q will be equal to square root of 25. And what is the square root of 25?
5.
So this is all. So that is all. So all you have to do is to subscribe and like to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.